Hey guys, and welcome back to the full-time travel planning series. Pretty crazy to believe this is the 20th episode, which is the final episode of the 20 episodes here. Super excited to share with you this final episode because it is going to give you your final assignment and 10 things that you need when you're packing for your trip. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 musts that you need in your suitcase. These are things that I have found through trial and error, things that I would absolutely bring with me on any trip I go on, just because they come in handy on a day-to-day basis. Something I've learned about packing is if you're holding it in your suitcase for too many days in a row, you should probably cut it from your suitcase. It's not worth carrying it around. And a lot of the times you can buy things as you need them on the go. But these items I'm going to show you are absolutely musts because I use them on a daily basis. So the first item on here is a power bank. And the reason why I love this power bank, specifically I have like 3 or 4 of them, because I am going around traveling. I use my phone quite a bit. I have a few more, but I would recommend to have at least 2 power banks with you. They come in handy when you're on a long bus ride, plane ride, a boat ride, whatever it might be, or when you're also going out into the jungle and you're taking a lot of photos because it's so beautiful, or you're just gone for a long time. These things are going to be your best friend. So directly correlating with the power bank is my next best friend, which are these cords. Now they're not just any regular cords. What you're looking at here, so on one side you have the USB cable, which plugs into a power bank, it plugs into your laptop, or it plugs into a wall outlet. On the other side you have USB-C, you have an iPhone plug-in, and you have a mini USB. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't know if I have even that many different types of electronics where I'm going to need it. Well, even if you don't, it's nice to have this because sometimes you meet people on the road and they have an Android or they have a device that needs a USB-C charger and you're able to hook them up. No pun intended. I say get 2 or 3 of these because sometimes you forget them, you lose them, they break after a lot of wear and tear. I have probably like 8 of them because I have so many different cameras and things that I'm plugging in, so I actually need a bunch operating at once. But for your average traveler, get 2 or 3 of these and they will be your best friend from a cord perspective. By the way guys, I'll put links to all of these products below so you can go ahead and check them out. Using these links does provide me a very small commission and it helps support making more videos like this. Number 3 on the list would be probably the simplest one and it takes up the least room, and it is a padlock. These things are great for so many reasons, whether you're going somewhere and you have a locker, whether you're in a hostel and you need to lock your stuff, when you're going to a gym and you have a locker room where you need to lock your stuff. I kind of already said that one, but as you can imagine, locking up your stuff is invaluable because you have your valuables, you have your cherished memories on your phone, whatever it might be. Making sure you can keep those things secure for just a couple dollars is going to be the easiest way to keep your stuff safe. This I got about 3 months into traveling. My first backpack I bought actually broke on the road after many months of travel, so I wanted something way more durable. I actually ordered like 10 different backpacks to my house where I'm at right now here in Wisconsin, and I tried them all out to see, you know, how are they for quality, how are they for comfort, how are they for space with all my camera gear. So as you can see, I have a pretty big backpack when I'm also bringing a suitcase with me. But I got this one specifically because of the space, but more importantly because it's SLASHPROOF. If you watched my safety tips video in another episode, you probably saw that one of the ways thieves will rob you in places like Spain and South America is they'll go ahead and slash your stuff while you're actually even wearing it and keep riding away on a moped. Or they will, if it's tied up to something, they'll slash it and cut it right off. In any event, you want to mitigate the possibility that they can take your stuff. So when you get a SLASHPROOF backpack, that's going to be the easiest way to do that. The reason why I picked this backpack also was because it has these zippers, these locking zippers. It actually, when I first got the backpack, it probably took me 2 or 3 minutes just to figure out how to undo them. And it makes it that much harder if someone comes up behind you and tries to open your stuff in a crowded area. These zippers actually slide together, they bind together, so like you can't pull them apart without separating them. Not to mention, after you do that, there's a piece right here that slides in and it gives it another lock. So that means if someone's coming to rob you, they have to not only know how to operate this backpack, they need to flip this up, slide this over, pull the zippers out, and then figure out how the zippers come apart. So in that matter of time, usually you're going to be able to figure out that the thief is there, or they're just going to give up because it's that much more challenging to rob your stuff. This next one here in this nice little case is a travel adapter. I've gone through so many travel adapters, and finally I found one that's quality. I was buying really cheap ones because I needed multiple of them, and I was just burning through them within probably 3 or 4 weeks. Very quickly I realized I need to buy a quality travel converter or adapter because it's going to last much longer and it's not going to screw me over when I'm in places and I need to charge my drone and my camera or my laptop, whatever it might be. And so I looked for a long time on Amazon to figure out what was a very small and concealed type of travel adapter, and it also had 2 outlets. So I came across this one. Obviously it's a US adapter, but the idea is to give you guys from other countries an idea that there are products like this that are, you know, a little bit more discreet and, you know, and still high quality. So I'm sure that you'll be able to find the exact same product through this Amazon link if you look in your own country. But the nice part is it has a carrying case and it has all of the pieces to be able to adapt to whatever power I need, and my 2 outlets with 2 USB slots right here at the bottom. So really I can charge my laptop, my drone, and then I can charge my phone and a GoPro. So it's really great to have this, plug it in pretty much anywhere in the world, and it barely takes up any space in my suitcase. I used to travel with these headphones and they were great. I could put them on like this, and I don't think they're noise canceling, but they're so comfortable around my head and they fit so snug, I think they actually are somehow still noise canceling. I wouldn't even listen to music on them when I was on the plane. I would just put them over and I couldn't hear any babies crying or anything. So that's a huge benefit why I like these, you know, massive headphones. The problem is they take up a lot of space, and when I've been trying to downsize the amount of stuff I'm bringing, these just don't make the cut. I'm just not in a situation often enough where I want to carry these massive headphones just to get over a baby crying. I'm not always on these long haul flights. It's really maybe once every couple months. So I was like, you know what? It's time to turn these in and try out AirPods. I didn't want to make the investment at first just because I'm like, for headphones, I mean, I'm going to lose them, whatever it might be. And geez, I'll tell you, out of all the purchases I've made in the last 12 months, AirPods were the #1 purchase. I use these on a daily basis, probably 8 to 10 hours a day. I know that's probably bad for my hearing, but anyways, I use this product all the time, and they're really discreet. Pop them in. They automatically just connected to my laptop right now, and I can swap them between my phone and my laptop very easy. If you're an Android user, they have something very similar. I'll put a link in the description below for a, you know, these are AirPods for Apple devices, but I can of course link something in there for a nice pair that's similar for Android, which is more just like a Bluetooth pair. But these are great. They take up like no space. They're always in my pocket. I can pop them in if I need to listen to something, if I need to hop on FaceTime, and they're so easy to connect. Next one here is gonna be another one of those really cheap ones. I bought this probably a couple months into traveling, and it's basically just a travel journal. I use my e-notepad on my phone to write down to-do lists, to do a lot of brainstorming, things like that. But sometimes when I'm just kind of walking around and relaxing, taking in nature, I'll write things down because it's a little bit therapeutic, I guess you could say, writing about, you know, some of the things going on that day, some of the cool experiences, some of the things I'm feeling. Kind of deep, I know, but having one of these is great. Even if you just write your daily to-do list on it. Get a travel journal. Number 8 on the list here, as you can see, I don't have a waterproof case on my phone. This is a pretty large phone, so I personally hate massive cases, even if they give you better protection. That said, in my opinion, there's always a time and place for them. And so I do carry this with me at all times, or at least in my suitcase, and it is a waterproof phone case. There are so many times I've, you know, wanted to get some Instagram stories, some photos, some videos jumping into the water, and having this case has been awesome.
I think it's about time to cool off. So here we go.
Like, the footage I've gotten has been so much fun to shoot with this little thing. There's only a few bucks on Amazon to add this to your bag. So I'd recommend getting one of these. If you don't even want to bring it underwater, it's at least going to save you when you're on that boat ride and your phone knocks into the water or whatever might happen to your phone, it'll save you. Next on the list, my favorite packing support. These are packing cubes. I was only introduced to these probably 8 or 9 months ago, and they have been a game changer. Personally, I don't travel with a travel backpack like the huge ones, I travel with a suitcase. It just makes more sense for all the camera gear that I have to carry. But with that said, I think packing cubes are going to be applicable to you whether you have a backpack or you have a suitcase you're bringing to travel. These things are just great. Remember when you would go through your suitcase and you need something at the bottom? You basically tear the whole thing apart and spend 10 minutes trying to put it all back together. Well, with packing cubes, it's exactly like it sounds. Here's all my boxers. Sorry, I didn't realize I brought my boxers out, but here's an example. We all have them. They pack right on top of my other packing cube, which has all of my shirts in here. So that way, when I need to get my shirts, which are at the bottom of my suitcase, I just take the cubes out without completely exploding my suitcase, grab what I need in these nice zipper pockets, grab the shirt I need, zip it right back up, voila, my suitcase is just as nice as it was. The simple things in life. Just realizing I miscounted. This is number 10, but I actually have one more bonus item it looks like I'll be sharing with you guys in this video. So number 10 is get a pocket camera. At first I wasn't going to put any camera related stuff on here because this is meant for anyone who is packing a bag. But one thing I've realized is everyone likes some sort of action cam. Even if you're not a travel content creator, you just like to capture memories, especially people that are traveling for a long period of time. So the two pocket cams that I bring along with me, one is an Osmo Pocket, and it's this tiny little thing. It looks kind of weird. It's a stabilizer on top, so when I'm walking it stays perfectly stable. Then I have this GoPro, which I think I probably use the GoPro more because I can bring it underwater. I can basically hang it outside of the car and get a time lapse driving down a road. There's a lot of different cool action shots that I can get. So if I had to choose between the GoPro and the Osmo, I would choose the GoPro because there are so many additional occasions where I'm able to put this GoPro to use, especially just underwater, snorkeling, things like that. That makes it a win in my book, and it has built-in stabilization. So if you're considering a little pocket cam, these are relatively affordable for the quality they offer. They both shoot in 4K, which is, you know, amazing quality for how tiny these things are, but something that you should put in your suitcase, even if you just want to capture cool photos or videos to put on your Insta story or whatever. All right, and the 11th item, because I miscounted, is this tripod right here that's specifically for a phone. The reason why I recommend to get one of these is just because who doesn't like grabbing a photo, especially for you solo travelers or you traveling couples that always need someone to take their photo for them. You can basically set this thing up from a distance. There's a little remote on here too that connects via Bluetooth, and you can snap photos in these beautiful spots. So definitely a must. I mean, this thing packs into such a tiny little discreet thing. You can toss it right in your backpack. All right, and that wraps up the 10 items plus your bonus. So next up for you guys is the big and final step, which is start packing for your full-time travel. I'm gonna put a link in the description below to all of these products, but I'm also going to put a link in the description to what my packing list is, and that way you can use that as a reference if you need some support. Additionally, I have a bonus, if you will, video, which is all of my packing learnings with myself and my previous girlfriend that I'll put in the link in the description below. I didn't officially include it as part of the full-time travel planning series, but it is a great add-on video to make sure that you guys watch because it will help you figure out some of those things you're on the fence about, whether you should leave them back at home or you should pack them and bring them with you. We have quite a few learnings that we can share with you in that video. And so I hope this video has been helpful for you guys, and I hope the other video, the bonus packing video, is super helpful. If you have any questions on packing or anything related to this, drop a comment below and I'll get to it right away. And thanks so much guys for watching. This is the last current video for the full-time travel planning series, but if there's interest on other videos, leave those as always in the comments below and I will work on getting those travel episode add-ons as well. And with that said, that wraps up the 20 video episode series here guys. I really hope that has helped you in every possible way with planning for your time to travel full-time. It has been one of the most life-changing experiences for me, and I wish you all the best. Happy travels, and if you haven't yet, I gotta say it again, hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video guys, leave it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.